Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and this is my classic chicken noodle soup recipe. It's super easy, and the stock on this recipe is the basics of so many other recipes. The ingredients for this homemade chicken noodle soup are a chicken, a big pot of water, 2 cups of chopped carrots, 2 cups of chopped celery, 2 cups of chopped onions, 2 bay leaves, 1 tablespoon salt, 2 cups of dry noodles, and in the end, it really is about 2 pounds of chicken, which is about 3 cups. Let me show you how to make this. I got a chicken from my grocery store that was in a bag, and I put it in a big pot of water. I filled the water up to about 3/4. I let that cook for 2 hours on medium heat. I brought it to a boil and then just turned it down, just so it was simmering and slightly boiling. After 2 hours, I knew it was thoroughly cooked, so I took it out and I put all the meat into my refrigerator in a bag to use later. I didn't want my meat overdone because it can get tough if you cook it too long and lose its flavor. I added 2 bay leaves to it and all of the peelings of carrots and the tops of the onions and the bottom part of a big thing of celery, and then I chopped up my carrots, onion, and celery to bite-sized pieces. I let that stock cook for a minimum of 4 hours. I actually set it on my stove overnight and turned it off, and in the morning I turned it back on to like that medium-low simmer. So this really has been cooking a long time. In fact, it decreased its amount of volume to hardly anything. And this is the remaining volume. I strained out all the bones and the skin and all those little pieces of carrot skins and the onion, and then I double strained it just in case I lost a bone. There was a bone. It was hiding. It came out too. And I got down to a very concentrated formula. So this is going to be the most flavorful broth. So I'm going to pour this in a pot. It's about 4 cups, and I'm turning that on high. I'm adding 2 cups of that carrot, celery, and onion right into the stock. Oh, that's so beautiful. And I want about a gallon of soup, so I'm going to add about another maybe 8 cups of water. Don't worry, you're not diluting the flavor. That is 1 rich stock, and pour it in. My recipes for stock is to every gallon of stock I have, I add 1 tablespoon of salt and stir it around. After your pot comes to boil, make sure you turn it down to medium. You'll need 30 minutes of a simmer to get those vegetables really soft. I had refrigerated all the meat when I deboned that chicken, and here it is the next day. That's 4 pounds of a chicken from a grocery store that was bought whole, in case you ever want to know. A little factoid in life. And then you have to cut the chicken up in little pieces because you don't want any one flavor dominating your spoon. You don't really need 4 pounds of chicken in every single pot of soup. I think I'm going to save 2 of those pounds, half of it, for another recipe, maybe some enchiladas. Comment and let me know what you do with your leftover chicken, because I've got a lot. Like this video, and I'd love to know if you ever make any of my recipes. Oh, and some dark meat, because I like both. Done, chum. And this is for my next recipe. I could even throw that in the freezer, which I might do. Plenty of chicken to go around. It's been 20 minutes, and now it's time to add the noodles, because they can cook for the last 10 minutes of the recipe. I'm adding 2 cups of cut macaroni phyllo noodles. Any kind of noodle is fine for your chicken noodle soup. I love those phyllo noodles in there though, because they're so fine and delicate. They're really beautiful. Ouch. So let this cook 10 more minutes. It's done. And I've got a tip for you. If your kids are hungry and they can't wait to have dinner time, one way I cool down that temperature is by putting my cold chicken in that boiling pot of soup. This chicken has come down really to about room temperature by now. And so I put it in the soup, and that's going to bring down that temperature so the kids don't burn their mouths. And look at that. There is your homemade chicken noodle soup that you made yourself for your family. The cost of that soup is about $6 a gallon. What a deal. And that can feed a whole lot of hungry soup eaters. Those 2 cups of noodles grew. They're fatties now. I was always tempted to throw a whole bag of those in, but that would ruin the soup and suck up all the juice. I love the broth. Is that beautiful or what? Comment and tell me, do you make homemade chicken soup? What's your secret ingredient? This is the basic of recipes. A lot of people add other things, but for me and my kids, it's the basic. That's all they wanted. Let's try it. I got a bone. I don't know how I missed that, but I'll tell you, it's delicious. I'm Rebecca Brand. Subscribe to my channel and let's keep making great recipes in life, like chicken noodle soup. Yum! I want some more.